We say hello to Blake Lawrence, and on the video call center, we say hello to Adi Kunalik. Adi and Blake, co-founders of a company called Opendorse, which is a social media company. Why don't we begin with you, Blake, and tell us all about it?
Yeah, Opendorse is an athlete marketing platform. So we provide a technology that athletes around the world use every day. Nearly 7,000 athletes, they use our software to share content on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Their lives are busy. They've got a lot of followers that are keen on understanding what they're into, what they're and spending their time on. And we help them, amidst all the craziness, find the right content and share on the right channels at the right time.
If you can understand like how this comes together, because we see it every day now with athletes on every type of social media, and a lot of stuff like that, for example, a great picture. Always wonder, where do they get this stuff from? Are they going through their own photos? And how, like, is that how this came about? Is the fact that you have athletes that would be spending so much time trying to get their own content, and it would be frustrating and they couldn't, and that's where you guys come in?
No, that's exactly right. I mean, if you're scrolling through your social media feed and you see an athlete share a photo or a video and it seems too good to be true.
It's also always a beautiful picture.
Somebody shared it with them. And Adi, you can kind of talk about that origin of how we got into this exact moment, realizing that athletes, when they say things, it's powerful, but the challenge of being an athlete and trying to get content yourself.
Yeah, I think at the core, it's about consistency for athletes and making sure that their social media doesn't get stagnant. I know for myself personally, when I used to play for the Carolina Panthers, like during the season, my entire focus and energy was on performing on the field. So sometimes I would go, maybe a week or two without sharing anything. And the cool parts were that when I was looking to share content, it was often I would Google my name and see if anybody posted a picture and I was trying to share that photo, right? Well, we've kind of created a world where the teams and the people that are around these athletes that are capturing these photos, we're giving those athletes access to those photos a lot easier and those videos a lot easier, and just making social media a part of their everyday life to where they're not constantly spending all their energy on it, but it's easy for them to get stuff out there, engage their audience, even when they're super busy for during the season when they're focused on the field and whatnot.
Adi, can you help my Instagram situation? I could use some help.
Hey, your Instagram, I don't know if anyone can help that one.
Wow. He's still trying to figure out how to do the stories. Like it's usually it's his shoe while he's talking. It's kind of embarrassing. But on that though, Adi, on that, Blake, this is athletes, and we understand there's huge followings for a lot of athletes, so they do have social influence. But someone like myself, someone like Bill, like I have a big following of a lot of Knicks fans who follow everything I do when it comes to covering the Knicks. And does this help me, or is this strictly just going to be for athletes or celebrities?
Opendorse, our core focus is on athletes. Now, the technology can be used for anyone. As you saw in the video, it's as simple as an athlete receives a text message, clicks a link, and they've got a big green button or a red button. If they want to share a piece of content, they hit the green button. That's all they got to do.
Wow.
And then our software publishes it automatically. So it's seamless, it's simple, and so anyone can use it. Now, you said you got about 90,000 followers, right? For every 1,000 followers, that's worth about $10 for an advertiser.
Okay.
And so for you could command nearly $900 a tweet.
Step your game up, Bill.
Right.
You get
What
it, my
Bill?
man.
You got to pay you for some help here.
That's right. But that's the point. This is really where these athletes are commanding so much value from their social media channels. But in this world of influencers and creators and the Kardashians and the bloggers, the average influencer posts 6 times a day. Right? The average athlete posts 6 times a month, right? And so athletes are far behind the everyday influencer that's really monetizing social media at a high rate. And we're here to help athletes catch up and even exceed, because the connection that fans have with athletes is much stronger than what they have with celebrities or mommy bloggers of that sort. So athletes have a built-in audience that love them. They just need a little bit of help of capitalizing on it.
Adi, what's it like for the young NBA prospects who are getting ready for the NBA draft? You guys started to work with some of these guys already?
Of course, yeah. So every year we actually attend the NBA Rookie Transition Program, and we align with some of our partners through the the NFLPA and whatnot. But we're really close with the players, and we try to get them on early. We try to educate them. We try to coach them. We try to train them so that they understand the power that they have and the influence that they have as athletes. And this emergence of athlete-driven content and really brands and sponsors and partners having an athlete strategy, that is something that we've been kind of building our platform on, and we feel that very much the future is going to have a lot of that's going to be involved, where everyone's going to say, I've got my maybe a sponsorship strategy or my sports marketing strategy, but I also have an athlete strategy, because they're very influential, and it's a great way to connect with that kind of sports fan base.
I'm always fascinated about the story behind how this becomes an idea from the very beginning, and then also who's the first athlete you used? Was it you, Adi, that then proved, okay, this will work?
Well, let's correct that. Audie was a kicker, right?
Wow.
So,
oh wow. Okay. Shots
when you
fired.
say athlete, that's a little bit of a stretch for Mr. Kanalik right there. Our story.
He's,
Kickers are people too.
Yeah.
guys, he said that joke probably a million times.
A new
man.
audience, man. They gotta know. They gotta know. No.
I noticed why he didn't laugh. He knew it was coming.
It started in a dorm room in Lincoln, Nebraska. I mean, our company,
Amazing.
we've got 37 employees. There's a couple of us out here in New York, and most of us back in headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. And Adi Kanalik and I met day one of football at Nebraska in 2007. I would make you guess, Bill. You already looked me up and down trying to guess what position I played, but I'll tell you it was linebacker, right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
it actually was. Yeah, you wouldn't have guessed that,
No, I
right?
wouldn't.
Most people would think I was the kicker.
I was thinking actually receiver, maybe.
I actually took the joke out of Audie's mouth there, just make sure he couldn't diss me. But we were, always had a little entrepreneurial spirit. And when my career was cut short due to concussions, I was starting linebacker. I had 3 concussions in a little over a year and had to step away. 4 concussions, sorry. And then less than a year after that, Audie and I started our first business. We were helping businesses run their social media. And then one of our good friends, Prince Amukamara, which is a name that New York fans would know, was drafted to the New York Giants. And he went from 1,000 followers to 100,000 followers overnight. And he asked for help. And we built this tool for him. So we could actually send him content, he could share it, and it made his life easier. And we didn't know that he would share it with his teammates and his agent. And then the NFLPA called us a month after we started this thing. And, 7 years later, almost 7 years later, 7,000 athletes around the world.
All right, awesome.
Great story.
Adi, thanks so much for joining us. Blake, thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Co-founders
Absolutely.
of,
Thank you, guys.
Co-founders of Opendorse here on the MSG 150 presented by Chase. For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.